Hi, my name's Andrew Newman. I'm a CPA in Davis, California. My firm is Newman Associates. We've been around since 2001 and we've been using Lacerte for that long. Today I'm going to show you the benefits of a feature called asset import, which we always use when we have a client who has a number of assets, say more than 5, that they need to import in a year, or if we have a new client that we're transferring from another accounting system. Take a look.
So let's talk about the fixed asset import. The fixed asset import is going to save you time and it's going to help promote accuracy when importing multiple assets, either from a new client who you're inputting for the first time or perhaps from an existing client who had a lot of asset purchases during the year. This is accessible to any person who is inputting data in any one of the tax programs, whether it be an individual, a corporation, or a partnership. In all cases, all you would do is go to the details screen for the client that you want to input, go to the depreciation screen, and click on the fixed asset import to get the data that you want to import. Now, let's keep in mind that I'm importing data from Excel, and this information, as you can see or you might recognize, comes from a QuickBooks file. So in this case, what I did is I downloaded the information from the QuickBooks file, and now I am going to import it into Lacerte. I've not done anything to change the names up top or modify any of the information out of QuickBooks, though when I look at these descriptions here, I might find them to be not adequate to what I might want to have in Lacerte. So I could modify those here. You know, if I know that this, for example, is a sofa, maybe I'll change the name there. The fact that furniture is not capitalized, maybe I'm a nut and I want furniture to be capitalized, so I'll take care of that here. If there were other pieces of information I wanted to modify, or if I had a whole lot of assets and I wanted to be able to manipulate them, it's far easier to do that in Excel than it might be to do in Lacerte. Once I have the data the way I want it, I'm going to save it in a version of Excel that's earlier than Office 2010. I'm going to go back to my Lacerte program, click on my fixed asset import, tell the program which form I want to import it into, click Browse. It's going to help me find the file. Obviously, it knew what I was looking for, so it went right there, but I could have just navigated my way over there. I click Open. Next, the information comes up. I'm going to show you here that I can choose any heading I want for this file, but because I have a template in place that I set up before, I'm going to use that template, and it's going to give the headings to the columns according to my template. Now, if I'm in the habit of doing a lot of imports and I had a template, then I'd simply use the same format because this format is based on a QuickBooks file, so it's automatically going to allocate the columns the way I had in the template. Got my columns in place by using my template. I'm going to press Next. The program comes up with a list of all the assets I want to import and allows me at this time to choose what depreciation method I want to choose. Now, I could have done this in Excel as well. I chose to do it here because there were so few assets. If I were to import it in Excel, I would need to know what those codes are, because that is what the program is going to key on. I couldn't say straight line, 5 years or something like that. Another thing that I should point out to you right here is that I don't have to be doing it the way I'm doing it. I could simply go in here and I could choose the depreciation method and key in the number. I could just type in 53. Then I'm going to click Finish. It's going to ask me if I want to import the 6 assets. Of course, when it's only 6 assets, that seems like a silly screen, but if I have 300 assets, I probably want to make sure that I'm importing everything that I want to import. Again, I could go and import another. It should be mentioned to you right now that I could have imported multiple methods. I could have imported a book method. I could import a state method if I had a different alternative minimum tax depreciation for prior years, or my accumulateds were different for different versions. That's all available to me. I can import all of that. And to find out exactly how I would do that, I can go to tips on formatting the spreadsheet before importing right here at the Fixed Asset Import Wizard screen, and it's going to lead me to information that's going to help me format that spreadsheet in Excel so that I can import as many methods as I need to import in as many ways. So simple as 1, 2, 3, I've managed to import assets into QuickBooks, from QuickBooks into Lacerte in a manner that's going to save my office time, save my client money, and have me working on the things that help my client become more successful, which is not data input, but tax analysis. That, in a nutshell, is the fixed asset import.